Syracuse been working that motion offense quite a bit, especially at the top, trying to find that mismatch and find that miscommunication in the Pittsburgh defense. But to the Panthers' credit, they've done a great job thus far holding Syracuse to just 4 goals.
They really have. There's been problems on both sides, mistakes being made, but not too many defensive gaffes so far for the Panthers.
Megan Tyrell has it far side. Oh, Sam Swartz open. Her shot rings off the crossbar. Savannah Schweitzer tracks it down off the rebound, but the iron stops Swart from point-blank range.
Wow. That was unbelievable. Some days it's just not your day, and right now Sam Swart, it was having a hard time hitting the broadside of a barn right now. She just can't find the goal.
The Orange reset, 40 seconds on the shot clock. Tyrell open, finds her sister, and she bangs it in. Megan Tyrell to Emma Tyrell, the one-timer. Syracuse takes the lead 5-4 with 5:39 left in the second quarter.
That's exactly what we've been talking about, is Syracuse kind of outweighting the Pittsburgh defense. We're going to pass it around, wait around the perimeter, wait, and then finally somebody's going to break open. And on that possession, it was Emma Tyrell, who was guarded pretty well, and all of a sudden just gets a step on her defender, and suddenly she's streaking towards Cage wide open.
First point of the ball game for Emma Tyrell. To this point, she looked frustrated. Pittsburgh had every answer for her on the defensive end, and coming into this game, she was on a hot streak. 15 points in her last 2 games against Temple and Loyola. 9 goals in those 2 games, but it made no impact until this point. And, of course, the feed comes from her sister.
And Megan's having a great game, already a hat trick, then picks up an assist right there.
It was Tyrell's 8th hat trick of the season. Megan Tyrell going back to that 4th goal. And her 3rd in the last 4 games, gets the dish there. And Syracuse has its first lead since the 11:34 mark in the first quarter. 5-4 advantage to SU. But Pittsburgh wins the ensuing draw control. Not much of a surprise there. 8th draw control win of the contest for the Panthers, and they set up in the right end.
So now if you're Pittsburgh, it's been a while since you've had some sort of offensive success. I think you got to do the same that Syracuse is doing. Go back to your stars. Go to Paige Petty here.
How about Kate Elam? She takes it down the right alley, fires a shot off the shoulder of Hauer. Loose ball in front, and Katie Goodale comes away with it for Syracuse. The defender pushes the pace ahead. Quick pass to Natalie Smith, who zips forward. One more to Maddie Baxter. The Canadian slows it down, turns around. And Emma Tyrell draws a shooting space violation off the pass. So Syracuse pushing the tempo in transition, and it might lead to an opportunity to pad this lead and potentially back-to-back goals for Emma Tyrell.
This is how things get away from you if you're Pittsburgh. You have a bad offensive possession turn into a chance the other way for Syracuse.
Tyrell 9 for 11 from the free position this season. Charges towards Cage and bounces it in. Make it 10 for 12 for Emma Tyrell from the free position and make it a 6-4 lead for Syracuse with 5 minutes left in the second.
Now things are starting to flip. Right now the Panthers are just trying to get into the locker room. There's still 4:45 left before we get there. But, John, on one side, Pittsburgh's shots right now are just going right at Kimber Hauer. It's really just not been a good offensive flow lately since the quarter has turned. And then you go to the other way. Syracuse is now starting to figure out that Pittsburgh defense a little bit, namely Emma Tyrell, who we have said has been really confused to this point maybe by the Pitt D. She's got 2 goals in the last 2 times down.
Maybe still thinking they're in Central Time. 12:47 right now. The game has just started for Emma Tyrell, and Syracuse owns a 6-4 advantage with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. And you said it, defense leading to offense. Kimber Hauer picking up right where she left off against Loyola. 4 saves early on, several of those coming from point-blank range. And then the SU defense doing a great job getting the ball upfield, moving it up almost as if it's an assembly line, finally getting it to Emma Tyrell, and she finishes in the special teams. One place Syracuse has not done great so far, though, is the draw control circle. Let's see if Macheski can find some answers there. She's going against a player in Jill Fennick who had just 3 draw control wins the last time she was on the field against Akron. And I don't know a whole lot about the Zips program, but it doesn't seem too impressive. She does win this one, though. Just continues to stay on a heater. Fennick has now 5 draw control wins in this contest. And once again, the Panthers try to clear right to left. An errant pass, the official got in the way of Kate Elam, who came off the bench. That's a turnover, and here comes Emily Harris-Chuck. She sprints ahead, slows it down 20 yards from Cage. Just not a whole lot you could do there if you're Elam and if you're Pittsburgh. Just wrong place, wrong time.
I think you're putting Elam in a really tough spot there when you're passing it to her directly as she's checking into the game. And, yeah, again, there's not much you can do. The official is standing right there.
It's like in football when there's a pass over the middle, there's a linebacker and a receiver in the way, and the official's got to act as a cone. They're just there, and you got to account for that. Harris-Chuck puts her shoulder down and rips one top left corner. Good afternoon, Emily Harris-Chuck. It's a 7-4 lead for Syracuse with under 4 minutes left in the second quarter.